Okay, I'll just touch briefly on Redefine International. Their results have been out. Came out on Monday. Mark Waters is in South Africa. Some of you may have seen him. He certainly will be in Cape Town tomorrow to talk to the Cape Town investors. Let me just say, I mean, there's a lot said about Redefine International's debt and the debt that has to be restructured. When we took the decision to go ahead with the Witchford transaction, we were fully aware that there was 300 million rands worth of non-recourse debt, and we had a plan to deal with it. The plan was simply to keep properties which we wanted and not take those that we didn't want at the current level of debt, and either buy them cheaper or let the service provider sell them. And that process is on track. It takes a long time. The wheels there move very, very slowly. But it's not something which is a surprise, and it shouldn't be a surprise to the market because it was alluded to at the time of the merger and hence the rights issue. We also got, remind people, 40 million in cash and 4 unbonded properties. So that on its own justified the transaction, and anything else is really optionality. So we're quite happy. The results are on track. You saw the distribution was on track. The NAV is down because of revaluations and various other things, but there's an explanation in the accounts, and we anticipate that that will come back. And its investment in Cromwell has been fantastic, and I think from our point of view, it's really, we like the company, we like the management, we think management has got the capability to take it where it needs to go. The challenge for us locally is to find a way to get the structure reconfigured, so that we don't have to consolidate the companies, and an inward listing would really solve that. There are discussions in progress at the moment with the Reserve Bank and also various other alternatives. So hopefully by the year end we'll have more progress. We certainly will have resolution on the Redefine debt, and we will certainly hopefully have some kind of progress on the restructuring. Mark Waters is here this evening, and if anybody's got any specific questions, I'd ask you to have a chat to Mike. I don't want to step on his toes, and I've got to be very careful about what I say because the rules in South Africa are very different to those in the UK, and I don't want to get arrested next time I get there. The other important thing to note is when we talk about the disparity in debt between international and South Africa, if international, for example, buys a property in Germany at a 7.5% or 8% return, debt is available to them at 3.25%. So clearly, if they can get 60 or 70% debt against a particular property in Germany, for example, they're going to take it because it's enormously earnings enhancing. So very different to the situation here, where generally speaking, our debt is higher than the yield. They get a very substantial differential between the yield and the debt, and that's one of the reasons, but their debt is still too high. We see post the restructuring debt at around about between 55 and 60%, which we think would be reasonable for the kind of assets they have, particularly bearing in mind that against the 5 shopping centres, they have probably left now 23-year debt fixed at 6% against those shopping centres. So very safe and very cheap debt available to them. And so far as our prospects are concerned, for the rest of this year, we're still going to focus on cost containment, sweating the assets. Our core property portfolio is anticipated to continue to achieve growth. Our full year distribution will be in line with prior guidance. Nothing makes us think that we should not achieve it. And we remain focused, looking for revenue enhancing opportunities that should translate into increasing distributions and long-term capital appreciation for our unit holders. I think if I look back 2 or 3 years, Redefine has transformed enormously from the company that it was, not just in terms of its property portfolio, in terms of the way we run the business. It's a team effort. I think that you can see that the quality of the information, the transparency that's coming through is very different to what it was. So I'd like to thank my team, my exco, our managers, and all the people that make up Redefine for what has really been a sterling effort to produce these results. We're not shooting the lights out yet, but give us a little bit more time. little bit of improvement in the economy, and I hope that we'll be able to do it. Once again, thank you for your support. Hopefully we won't let you down. We appreciate your confidence, and I thank you.